Pitch has got some real bounce. Expect the bowlers to exploit the conditions. Following the umpires, fielders stride in. The game's about to start. The countdown concludes and off we go. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Batsman gets the bat on ball. Fielder does well, and no runs added to the total. And that's a gentle push. Off the mark with a run. Batsman gently taps the ball. Good job by the bowler so far. A gentle touch from the batsman. A big heave, the ball is soaring in the air. Off the mark with a boundary. That's hit the top half of the bat, couldn't judge the length. Batsman will collect 2. The bowler will want to forget that over quickly. Left arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Timing could have been better. Can't get it past the bowler. Batsman gets the connection. That's hit on the top of the bat. Batsman managed only 0 runs in the over so far. Really hit that hard. That's gone miles. What a shot. Consecutive 6s for the batsman. There's a field change, fielders being moved around. That's a cracking shot. Another 6, that's 3 on the trot. Massive over comes to an end. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Smashes it. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. No runs added by the batsman. That's hit high on the bat. Bad over for the bowler so far. Batsman pushes it gently, perfectly behind the ball. Stopped by the fielder. That's right out of the middle of the bat. Batsman finds the boundary. Batsman has forced a change in the field. That's gone in the air. Back-to-back boundaries for the batsman. Expensive over from the bowler. Left arm fast bowler from over the wicket. That's a tremendous strike. The ball flew off the bat. Straight to the fielder. That's muscled. That's not too far from the fielder. Pushes it down the leg side. It's gone for 4. 4 runs coming off it already. This is going to be a big one. Batsman whips it powerfully. That's into the crowd. Up in the air. That's a 4. Changes to the fielding now, trying to contain the run flow. Shot. That's put away with ease. 30 run milestone has been reached. Time to raise the bat. Expensive over for the fielding side. Struck the top part of the bat, nowhere near the sweet spot. Can't get it past the fielder. That's a lightning knock. That's 30 run milestone for the batsman. Time to raise the bat. Batsman is able to connect. Two runs added to the total. Close shave. The ball misses the stumps by a whisker. Consecutive doubles for the batsman. Just a soft touch right out of the middle of the bat. Fails to run it past the fielder. It's up in the air. Batsman got really lucky there, has not timed it well, but still got a boundary. That over has been taken for plenty. Great one for the batsman. He's not got that from the middle, it's hit high on the bat. There is a single to offer. It's a solid push right out of the middle. Scoring rate is close to 14. That was pushed tamely by the batsman. Current run rate is hovering around 13. That's a gentle push from the batsman. In the air. Easy catch for the fielder. Batsman loses the bat after a score of 33. Batsman gets a new bat. That's come off the top of the bat. Off the mark with a single. An exciting over comes to an end. Good entertainment for the crowd. Left arm medium fast from over the wicket. That was just a push from the batsman. Ball finds the fielder. That's hit the splice of the bat, could not generate any power. Batsman gets a single. That's a clean strike. That's gone all the way for 6. He's lofted it, the ball is sky high. That's 50 for the batsman. Time to raise the bat. Fielding has been updated. Tickled down the leg side. Batsman gets a couple. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. That's a big one, into the crowd. That's a good over for the batsman. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. It's gone miles up. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That's a terrific shot. 6, and it's a big one. Interesting field change here. They're trying to plug those gaps. That's hit with tremendous power. And again, the same result. Top quality strike by the batsman. 3 of 3 deliveries. Can't get better than this. Fielding changes are done. Batsman smashed that ball. First milestone for the batsman. Total score is 30. Time to raise the bat. The ball is high up in the air. It's anyone's call. Oh! This bat's contribution is 30. End of a thrilling over. Right arm medium fast from over the wicket. Batsman has a new bat now. Guides the ball into the leg side. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. A meek push by the batsman. Finds the fielder on this occasion. Simple catch for the fielder at cover point. Batsman's streak with the bat comes to an end after a score of 63. It has been a testing over from the bowler so far. That's high up in the air. Gone. That's 2 in 2 on a hat-trick now. Batsman gets a golden duck with this bat. Batsman now plays with a new bat. Terrific strike from the batsman. That's a 6 and batsman is off the mark. This has gone up. That's a very good over from the bowler. Kept it tight. Left arm medium fast from over the wicket. That's in the air. The ball is a mere speck in the sky. Batsman is just toying with the field now. Batsman thrashed the ball hard. Whoa, 2 6s in a row. Changes are done to the fielding. That's hit with tremendous power. An expensive over so far. Good one for the batsman. That's a glorious shot. Batsman takes the aerial route to get his first runs. What a stroke. That's gone for 6 as well. There's a field change. Fielders being moved around. It's gone up. 3 6s in a row. Batsman's on a rampage. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. Solid. That was such a lovely sound of the bat. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Hits the bottom of the bat. That's a single. That's a stunning shot. That's gone for a 6, a pretty big one too. Batsman has forced a change in the field. That has been hammered. 30 runs and counting. Batsman should look to keep up the good work. Scoring rate has been good. No need to take risks. Batsman slashed that ball. That's a colossal hit. Disappeared into the stands. Batsman slashed that ball. 1 run added to the score. That's well struck. Current run rate is close to 17. Really hit that hard. That's 30 runs with this bat. It has been a good knock. That's in the air. 1 run added to the tally. What a shot. That's a monster 6. Changes to the fielding now, trying to contain the run flow. He's worked it beautifully to the leg side. That's a good over for the batsman. Left arm, fast bowler from around the wicket. That's a cracking shot. That's half century. Another milestone for the batsman, time to raise the bat. That's a magnificent strike. Batsman pockets a single. A big heave, the ball is soaring in the air. Gets it away for 4. Fielding has been updated. Batsman whips it powerfully. Batsman is just toying with the field now. Shot. That's put away with ease. That's a well-deserved half-century. Interesting field change here. They're trying to plug those gaps. That's gone in the air. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Batsman gets the contact. 1 run added to the scoreboard. That's a clean strike. That's into the stands. It's gone miles up in the air. That's a spectacular catch by the fielder. Batsman's score with this bat is 61. Bowler has bowled really well so far in this over. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. That's outrageous. A 6 to get off the mark. Fielding changes are done. That's a terrific shot. Batsman clears the boundary again. That's hit with tremendous power. 3 sixes in 3 balls and the bowler has no answer. Interesting over comes to an end. What a shot. Has really connected that one. 1 run available there. Batsman finds the contact. An expensive over so far. Good one for the batsman. That's hit the top half of the bat. Couldn't judge the length. Current run rate is around 18. It's high up in the air. Just about got enough distance. Up in the air. That's a boundary. That's a costly over from the bowler. Top quality strike by the batsman. Batsman is just toying with the field now. Oh, that was close to the wicket. Keeper was quick to dislodge the bails. Batsman loses the bat after a score of 60. Batsman has a new bat now. Batsman smashed that ball. Gets off the mark with a 6. Changes are done to the fielding. Oh, that was close. The bails remain undisturbed. It's up in the air. The result is a single. That's hit on the top of the bat. An exciting over comes to an end. Good entertainment for the crowd. The left-arm speedster is coming around the wicket. Just gets bat on ball. Timing could be better. Batsman collects a single. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. 30-run milestone has been reached. Time to raise the bat. Turns it down the leg side. That will be another boundary. There's a field change. Fielders being moved around. That's played gently by the batsman. A fielder is present there. Terrific strike from the batsman. That's 6. That's a massive one. In the air. That goes all the way for 4. That's a good over for the batsman. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. Batsman gets the bat on ball. Straight back to the bowler, a dot ball. Batsman thrashed the ball hard. That's huge. That's out of the park. He's lofted it. The ball is sky high. 2 runs added to the score. Batsman has got some scoring opportunities in this over. A gentle knock by the batsman. There is a single to offer. That's a glorious shot. Half-century for the batsman. Superb innings so far. Time to raise the bat. Batsman has forced a change in the field. What a stroke. That's gone for 6 again. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. The ball is high up in the air. It's anyone's call. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Solid. That was such a lovely sound of the bat. That's gone a long way. Changes to the fielding now, trying to contain the run flow. That's a stunning shot. That's 30-run milestone for the batsman. Time to raise the bat. That has been hammered. That's 6 again. 3 in a row. Fielding has been updated. This has gone up. Batsman is just toying with the field now. Timing could have been better. That's a costly over from the bowler. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. Batsman slashed that ball. Great awareness from the batsman. took advantage of the field change. And he's absolutely smashed that one. Batsman gets a single. Really hit that hard. Boom, what a shot. That's dispatched deep into the stands to long on. Has been moved to straight long on. Batsman smashed that ball. That brings up the half century. Well done. That's hit high on the bat. At present, run rate is nearly 18. What a shot. That's gone the distance. That's a good over for the batsman. Right on medium fast from over the wicket. It's gone up. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That's a cracking shot. Back-to-back sixes for the batsman. Interesting field change here. They're trying to plug those gaps. Goes for a mighty heave, but it's a bottom edge. Bowler leaking some runs here. Would look to make a comeback. He's given that absolutely everything. That's not too far from the bowler. Batsman gets the connection. Run rate at this moment is roughly 18. That's in the air. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. A big heave. The ball is soaring in the air. That's a single. Batsman is able to connect. Fielder stops this. That's gone in the air. Just carries over the fence. Batsman whips it powerfully. That's another six. Fielding changes are done. Shot. That's put away with ease. Make it 3. Umpire calls it a wide. Travels to the keeper. And that's a gentle push. That's a spectacular century. What an innings this has been. That's a costly over from the bowler. Right arm medium fast from over the wicket. He can get the ball to cut away from the batsman. That's a clean strike. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Really hit that hard. That will be 4. Changes are done to the fielding. Terrific strike from the batsman. That's 4 more for the batsman. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. That's a 6. A very big 6. There's a field change. Fielders being moved around. Batsman gets the contact. That's a good over for the batsman. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Batsman whips it powerfully. Batsman is just toying with the field now. Batsman thrashed the ball hard. That's gone for 4 as well. Deep extra cover is brought to deep cover. Up in the air. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Smashes it. 1 run added to the score. Plays it down the leg side. Batsman will get a boundary. That's right out of the middle of the bat. Just falls short of the bowler. A close call. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. That's a terrific shot. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That's hit with tremendous power. Consecutive 6s for the batsman. Batsman has forced a change in the field. That's a biggie. The ball's disappeared into the clouds. Gets double for that. The ball's disappeared into the clouds. Back-to-back doubles from the batsman. Top quality strike by the batsman. Doesn't matter where the fielders are if the ball is sailing into the stands. It's up in the air. And again the same result. That's a costly over from the bowler. Batsman smashed that ball. Oh, it's a biggie. Got hold of that one all right. Terrific strike from the batsman. Whoa, 2 6s in a row. Long on has been moved to straight long on. Batsman finds the contact. That's 150 for the batsman. Batsman thrashed the ball hard. That's a huge 6. That's a tremendous strike. The ball flew off the bat. That's a good over for the batsman. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. That's a glorious shot. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. What a stroke. That's gone for 6 as well. Extra cover is brought to forward point. Solid. That was such a lovely sound of the bat. That's 3 in a row. That's a stunning shot. That's 4 6s in a row. Changes to the fielding now, trying to contain the run flow. That's muscled. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That has been hammered. That's disappeared. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. Right arm medium fast from over the wicket. It's a balanced field for this over. Looking for wickets, but there's some protection too. Not very wise from the batsman. Should look to play sensibly. In the air. One run added to the tally. Struck the top part of the bat, nowhere near the sweet spot. Batsman maintaining a run rate close to 19. Bowler leaking some runs here, would look to make a comeback. Swings hard, but gets a bottom edge. Ball runs away for 4. That's a lightning knock. Batsman will get 2 for that. He's lofted it, the ball is sky high. And that's a magnificent century. The batsman has been in sublime form today. That's a costly over from the bowler. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Just gets bat on ball. Timing could be better. Not sure what's going on. Having wickets in hand should be the priority now. Batsman gently taps the ball. Added 2 to the tally. It's a bird, it's a play, no, it's a cricket ball. It's over the line for 6. That's hit with tremendous power. That will be a boundary. Batsman slashed that ball. That's gone miles. Deep extra cover has been moved to deep cover. The batsman has neatly cut it, steering the ball to the offside. He's edged that one, but it's gone for 4. Fortune favours the brave. That's a good over for the batsman. Left arm medium fast from over the wicket. It's a balanced field for this over. Looking for wickets, but there's some protection too. Batsman slashed that ball. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Attempts to guide it softly, but it's a bottom edge. 2 runs added to the scoreboard. A gentle touch from the batsman. That's double century for the batsman. An expensive over so far. Good one for the batsman. Unleashes a hefty swing, but gets a bottom edge. Batsman pockets a single. He's not got that from the middle, it's hit high on the bat. Current run rate is above 19. Really hit that hard. That's into the crowd. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. Called a wide, need to bowl that again. Keeper stops this. What a shot. That's gone all the way for 6. That's a cracking shot. Batsman clears the boundary again. Long on is brought to straight long on. The ball is high up in the air. It's anyone's call. Stunning catch by the fielder. This bat's contribution is 136. It has been a testing over from the bowler so far. New bat comes into play. Tickled away. Off the mark with a double. Batsman whips it powerfully. That's a big one, into the crowd. And the ball whizzes past the stumps. Batsman scoring at a rate of approximately 19. End of a thrilling over. Left arm medium fast from around the wicket. That's well struck. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That's a magnificent strike. Another boundary for the batsman. Fielding has been updated. Shot. That's put away with ease. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. What a shot. Has really connected that one. Batsman finds the boundary. Interesting field change here. They're trying to plug those gaps. This has gone up. That's not too far from the fielder. Batsman gets the bat on ball. That's 2 important runs added to the total. That's a costly over from the bowler. The bail's off in a flash. The batsman found himself outside the crease. Batsman's streak with the bat comes to an end after a score of 8. Batsman now plays with a new bat. Batsman pushes it gently, perfectly behind the ball. Batsman will get a single and he is off the mark. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. Current run rate is around 19. That's a clean strike. 6, and it's a big one. It's gone up. That's gone for 6 again. Extra cover has been moved to cover. Batsman absolutely trashed the ball. Hat-trick of 6s. Interesting over comes to an end. Left arm medium fast from over the wicket. That's a terrific shot. Batsman is just toying with the field now. That's in the air. Back-to-back 6s for the batsman. Fielding changes are done. A big heave. The ball is soaring in the air. That's 250 for the batsman. Bowler losing some runs here. Would look to make a comeback. That's hit with tremendous power. That's another one, 4 of 4. Changes are done to the fielding. Top quality strike by the batsman. Make that 5. Oh, just misses the stumps. That's a good over for the batsman. Right arm leg spinner from over the wicket. Up and away, that's a biggie. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. Batsman smashed that ball. First milestone for the batsman. Total score is 30. Time to raise the bat. There's a field change. Fielders being moved around. Unleashes a hefty swing but gets a bottom edge. 13. Runs coming off it already. This is going to be a big one. It's gone high up in the air. 2 runs added to the score, keeps the scoreboard ticking. Keeper was attentive and he whips the bails in a flash. Batsman's score with this bat is 265. Batsman gets a new bat. That's gone into the clouds. Off the mark with a 6, though. An exciting over comes to an end. Good entertainment for the crowd. Terrific strike from the batsman. Batsman is just toying with the field now. High up in the air. It's gone for 4. Short third man is brought to first slip. Batsman thrashed the ball hard. Great awareness from the batsman. Took advantage of the field change. And he's absolutely smashed that one. Safe, but that was close to the bowler. That's a glorious shot. That's gone for a 6, a pretty big one too. Batsman has forced a change in the field. An expensive over. Batsman looking to gain some momentum. Left arm, fast bowler from around the wicket. What a stroke. Batsman looks in good touch. That's a fine half-century. That's gone in the air. Batsman was middling the ball for most part of the innings. Comfortable catch for the fielder. Batsman loses the bat after a score of 55.